Namaste, my friends. Pavel Kalagin with you, yoga teacher in the tradition of the Swami Shivananda. I'm in my little ashram in Brooklyn. As usually, a little introduction, but the small one. You can skip it if you're watching all the time. I'm without top clothes still. It's pretty hot in Brooklyn. Yeah, right away I'm gonna say, like, the channel, it's a spiritual channel about yoga, vedanta, Vedic culture, about meditation, about asanas, pranayamas, many other topics. So it's absolutely free. All my platforms are absolutely free. So you can find them below the video. English my second language, so sometimes I can stop and I'm not watching all the time in the screen because my eye's not so good. Yeah, I'm publishing the books. The main book, The Essence and the Altar of Love. You can Google it or download and read it from my website. The Essence and the Altar of Love. It's a big book. It exists in paper book and also not only in an electronic version. Yeah. And what can I say about it? It's about 7,000 small phrases, aphorisms, or shlokas, sutras, whatever you say, wherever you accept. Yeah, and actually I can send it to you. You can leave me the address. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and the messengers. You can leave me an address or email me. Actually, I put every day 1 or 2 sutras these days, at least. In the Facebook and Instagram also. So do comments. It's very good for everybody. We'll learn from each other. Yeah, you can help somebody. I don't like to judge, to criticize, to teach you how to live your life, and I don't like to argue. I don't like to force you, to push you to somewhere. I'm not fanatical, but I've studied yoga about 30 years or so, 38 years. I teach yoga about 30 years, yeah. I'm initiated in tradition, in Sivananda tradition. I like it, yeah. Not fanatical, like I said, but it's a core for me. I lived in ashrams. I had many teachers. I have teacher now, Sada Shivananda Priyama, yeah, and my spiritual name is Sankara, and that's pretty much, this is it what I wanted to say. Like each sutra, I'm gonna do satsang today. As usual, I'm gonna read my phrases and I'm gonna do comments on them. Pretty simple, but they're not simple, kind of. The phrases has many angles, and you find your own one. Write me back. I'll be really appreciated. I like to do dialogue with you, to bring you, to take you from regular routine, to think about God, about soul, about many other extremely important things. So, and it's for me also, of course. Yeah. Also, I'm like a yoga teacher. I do little lessons, I would say. I do recommendations and advices about yoga. You can write me any questions in messengers, email me, or below the video as usual. Yeah, I think this is it. I'm gonna read some. Yeah, finding yourself does not mean leaving everyone. Yeah, that's kind of straightforward phrase. It means like find you on a path, on a spiritual path, a spiritual in here it's a yoga channel kind of. Yeah, but not necessarily. Or even when you're enlightened already, or very high like consciousness, like sometimes people like I already spoke about it in many videos, but it's very important to remind even myself about it. I had this problem before, so I don't want you to make my mistakes like that. Yeah, if you found something, it means like if you find yourself, if you realize yourself like on certain level, if you found your path, your teacher, your temple, your ashram, please don't hurry to run away from reality, from from your parents, from your children, from yourself. Actually, you cannot run from yourself. It's impossible. You just bring you from another place to another place, and it could be not necessarily like you find yourself for sure. You don't know this yet. Like could be anything. After a year or two, everything could change, but you're gonna lose your path, and you cannot take back your family or or people who you loved. So the love is the most important thing. So everything should be in time, and with no fanatical things. Like, of course, I'm very glad when somebody finds the path and actually growing spiritually. It's amazing. But sometimes I see like it doesn't mean you should, like if you find something, it doesn't mean it's like it's a yoga law. It's God law also. It's not necessary to live right away like all you have, like very rare, like in like once in a while, like it's one from a million. It happens like you can live basically everything, and nobody's gonna do even one bad thought or something. They're not gonna say bad about you or something. It's gonna be the exactly right time and right teacher to go. It happens also, of course. But most of the times you didn't find yourself for real, but you're losing already what you got. Like I said, the people who loves you. Yeah. So the balance is the best way. Just do it gradually, step by step. It's always you cannot do mistakes with that. That's the best way to do. I'm telling you, like a teacher, like yoga teacher, like a person who study yoga already, like I said, almost 40 years. Yeah, so that's a pretty long time. Yeah. So and I've seen everything. People killing themselves, people, whatever it is. Like try be reasonable with that. So even if you find yourself, even if you're not going into the monastery or ashram, just try to not to go with the ego too much, like I am better than anybody now, and that's not my people anymore, like I am going higher. That's the ego trip. So remember, the spiritual ego very strong, even stronger than regular one sometimes. I spoke about it once. Yeah. So see your situation, like go with your situation, with your karma. Try to use your intuition and mind lake, and do it gradually. If you find yourself, that's very good, in something. Could be in some not necessarily yoga, anything. Yeah, just be reasonable. With me it was pretty hard when I was young, I did mistakes, but then it's you're gonna be more wisdom, you're gonna be more 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 careful, I would say, about many situations. So if you see real wisdom people, enlightened people, they not necessarily goes to Himalayas from everybody. They just live their lives. They like everybody. You can talk to them. You can, yeah. So it's they're not going from life like from. In many cases, they still married. They have children. They care about them. So it's. It can go together. The regular life and spiritual life, it's kind of similar. It's like the same. It's the mind doing the separation. But basically, don't put line in between. Like a wall in between. It's one goes into another. Like river goes into the ocean. The same thing. So. Do both, like balance. Yeah. And keep your mind calm. That's very important. So write me about that. It would be really appreciated what you think about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop for today. That's pretty much. I have some sutras here, but I think it's important point, and I don't want to go, away from it. Yeah, it's a short kind of video, but with a certain clear message. Yeah, okay. Be reasonable, do yoga, stay healthy. God bless you. I guess see you next time. Namaste.